From the News Channel 5 network, this is SportsLine.
All right, welcome to SportsLine, everybody. John Burton with you for the next hour. You know the number, 615-737-7767. I expect a lot of phone calls tonight. Do you know why? Folks, your Tennessee Titans report to training camp tomorrow. They are on the field for practice on Friday. You can go to that practice. 9:30 a.m., St. Thomas Sports Park. It is open to the public. It is time. Football season is here, folks. And I want some phone calls tonight from Titans fans. I want your expectations about this year. I want your expectations for Marcus Mariota. Is it make or break for Ken Whisenhunt? Did Zach Mettenberger get a raw deal? What's the deal with Justin Hunter? Who needs to step up? How much of an influence will Dick LeBeau have running the defense? It's all on the table for you. Titans fans, this is your show. Why do I have an open line right now? This phone right here should be banked with calls wanting to talk Tennessee Titans. Why is it that everywhere I go, grocery store, gym, some of the fine hospitality establishments here in this beautiful city of Nashville, Tennessee, sometimes, not saying all the time, but sometimes people recognize who I am, right? They come up to me and they say, what about the Titans? What are the Titans going to do this year? Here's what I think about the Tennessee Titans. This is your show. For the next hour, I want Titans calls. I want Titans fans calling this show, giving your opinions about the Titans. All right, last year, I sat up here and I said the Titans were going to go 10-6. I was excited about Ken Whisenhunt. I was actually excited about Jake Locker. I was made out to be a fool. They went 2-14. This year, since everybody's asking, I'll say 7-9 for the Tennessee Titans. 7 wins. They'll be a lot more competitive this year, mainly because of LeBeau running the defense. But there are some question marks, obviously. Marcus Mariota, rookie quarterback. We'll get into that in due course. But one of the main areas of that offense that I think needs to step up is the interior of the Titans' offensive line. I'm talking about Schwenke, I'm talking about Warmack, and I'm talking about Levitre. You got a rookie quarterback. You got to be able to run the football. Bishop Sankey, I'm calling you out. Where are you? First running back drafted last year. Rather unproductive. Now you got some competition. Dexter McCluster. Love that kid. But where are you? Justin Hunter, I think, is in serious danger of not making this football team, even before the off-the-field incident. Now, he'll be here tomorrow, and we'll see how he does. But when you look at that wide receiving room, it's getting awfully crowded, folks. And Justin Hunter was skating on a little bit of thin ice to begin with. All that is on the table. Tennessee Titans fans, where are you? We got David on line 1. David, what's up?
Hey, JB, how's it going?
We are talking Titans, David. We're going to get to Vanderbilt in due course. I want your Titans opinions right now, buddy. What do you got? Go.
I got 2 things for you. I think, we haven't done, as far as Titans go, they haven't had a great team since McNair left, right? Or since McNair died.
Well, 2008 they were pretty good. They were 12-4. They got the first. They got home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Lost at home to Baltimore. That was Kerry Collins at the controls.
But if they don't do it this year, they never will.
Never?
They say every year, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. But when they say, well, where it's not filling up the stadium, you can't blame from the way they've done the past couple of years. You can't blame them for not showing up.
See, that's what I want, David. I want passionate Titans fans. I want passionate Titans calls tonight. I want people, if you're angry about the Titans, let me hear it. If you're excited about the Titans, let me hear it. They report tomorrow. They're on the field on Friday. Why do I have open phone lines? David, give me a record.
If they don't do it this year, you're better off going to see Vanderbilt play baseball, and you have a great night.
All right. David didn't want to give a record. Let's see if Paul does. Paul, what do you got? Titans, go.
They're going 10-6 this year. I can feel it in my bones.
10-6. Why?
Jack's gonna come in and take over, and we're going 10-6 this year. But touching on what that other fella said just now,
yeah,
Mark, I think it was.
David,
Tell him you know, Rustin Webster has the second best draft class in all the league.
It's a good class, but you know what? They got to get on the field and play, right?
Right.
You would agree with that. So you got them going 10-6 this year with a rookie quarterback.
Yes, sir.
A shaky offensive line, some question marks in the secondary.
Yeah, I think the offensive line is going to pull together better this year. We got some question at the right tackle, but I think overall, the second year in this 3-4 defense is going to make a huge difference, and we're going to go 10-6 at least.
What about Mariota? What do you see from him this year?
Well, like I say, I don't think he's going. I think he's going to struggle coming out the gate, and I think Zach's going to get to play a little bit. But I think Mariota's going to fall right in. He may be able to come out the gate strong, so we just have to wait and see about that. But I'm excited about it. I think we're going to have a really great year.
Well, let's hope you're right, and thanks for the call. We got John on line 3. John, Tennessee Titans open training camp. Go. What do you got? John, you there? Oh, sorry. John, you're on the air. What do you got? Titans, go.
Doesn't stick up for his players when they're fouled. I watched it last season, and he never throws his flag. He never protests to the referees. He's just he lets them take a beating, and they get penalized on top of it, and he doesn't say enough to protect them.
So you want to see more fire and brimstone from Ken Whisenhunt? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Is this make or break for him? Does he have to win or he's gone? Give me your thoughts on Ken Whisenhunt.
He better start protecting his players or sticking up for him.
Give me an example. You talking about the fight last year against the Jets? Give me an example.
I can't think of the player, but he was definitely fouled when he was trying to catch a ball. He was a receiver, and he was like pounded, and the coach didn't say nothing. And there was a couple of plays that the coach should have said something. Should have got a penalty, or should have stuck up for his players.
Give me a record. What's the record going to be this year?
Well, unless he starts sticking up for his players, they're not going to play good for him.
All right. Well, let's assume he does. What's the record going to be?
What?
Give me a record. Just throw out two numbers. What's the record going to be this year? 6-10, 7-9, 16-0, 8-8. What do you got?
4-8.
No. Okay. Well, you still have 4 games to play, but thanks for the call. All right. See how easy it is? We got some passionate Tennessee Titans fans calling. This is what I want for the next hour. These phone lines should be banked. We should not have any open lines right now. Tennessee Titans training camp starts tomorrow. Conditioning test, reporting, new quarterback, new guy running the defense. Guys like Brian Arakpo, Harry Douglas, some new acquisitions. What does the crystal ball hold for your Tennessee Titans this year? I want to get into it. I want to get into it with you, and I want passion, because that's what football is all about. All right, meantime, obviously the other big story of the day, a couple big stories of the day. How about Eric Berry, former Tennessee Vol, returning to Chiefs training camp today, 8 months after finding out he had Hodgkin's lymphoma, a form of cancer, a grueling chemotherapy routine and training, and now he's back with the Kansas City Chiefs. So we certainly wish him the best of luck. And, of course, this coming down late this afternoon, Tom Brady plans to file suit against the NFL to fight his 4-game Deflategate suspension. He wants that suspension reduced to nothing, to 0. Says he did nothing wrong, said he had no role in the deflation of footballs in last January's AFC Championship game. And earlier today, the Patriots owner Robert Kraft, yesterday, of course, the NFL upholding that 4-game suspension after appealing it. NFL leaking out that, had Brady just admitted and said, yeah, I had a role in it, his suspension probably would have been reduced to 1 or 2 games, but Brady is adamant, says I had nothing to do with it. I should not be suspended. Plans on filing suit against the NFL. This could drag on for a long time, but some interesting words from his owner, Bob Kraft, earlier today, Robert Kraft, who definitely is taking the side of his 4-time Super Bowl champion quarterback.
I want to apologize to the fans of the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. I was wrong to put my faith in the league. Given the facts, evidence, and laws of science that underscore this entire situation, it is completely incomprehensible to me that the league continues to take steps to disparage one of its all-time great players and a man for whom I have the utmost respect.
Kraft, who originally announced that he would stand down, if you will, after talking with Roger Goodell, saying, you know, there's no sense fighting it. We accept the suspension. Now he's singing a much different tune, vehemently defending his quarterback Tom Brady today. Meanwhile, Patriots head coach Bill Belichick, not exactly a media darling, didn't really have a whole lot to say about the matter today.
I think Robert took care of the other situation. Tom's had a statement, so there's nothing really to talk about there. Won't be dealing with that at all. Just try to get the team ready and prepare for the regular season as we always do and as we did all spring. So there's no change for us on the football team.
Bill Belichick, of course, deadpanning the media as he normally does. So it looks like, unless this suit goes through and an injunction is filed, looks like he's going to have to start the first 4 games of the season with Jimmy Garoppolo, former Eastern Illinois Panther, who had some pretty good games against Tennessee State while he was in college as his starting quarterback. All right, we can talk about that. Is the punishment fair? Does Brady deserve to be suspended? When will this thing all go away? But when we come back, I expect lined up phone calls talking about the Tennessee Titans training camp. They report tomorrow. They're on the field Friday. Football season is here. We're also going to hear from some players. And later on, we'll get into some college football with Tennessee coach Butch Jones, who was in town today. We'll get to all that and more next. Stay with us.